Greetings, YouTube. So, we are back again with another G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Island review. And this time, with Firefly. So, real quick, the community, action figure community, has been very negative about this release, about the release of the Cobra Island figures, and justifiably so, because they have mishandled and poorly executed this release once again. However, I do want to point out one good thing that Target did. This particular figure was from a pre-order. So I actually got past the bots somehow and got a pre-order in, and it actually came on time for the most part. It shipped last week and it's here today. So let's have a look at Firefly. All right, so very quickly, take a quick look at the box. We got some nice artwork on the front. Very sinister looking Firefly on the back. The tried and true Cobra Island tech specs or file card or whatever you want to call that stuff. Number 21. All right, let's have a look at them. All right, so here we have Firefly out of the package. And, you know, he is very well done as far as the sculpt, like this crazed kind of look on his face and his battle damage or scarring, and his hood kind of looks disheveled, kind of like a maniac, like a mad bomber, which that's kind of how I envision Firefly, as being somebody who loves getting into destruction and blowing stuff up with his saboteur duties. If we take a quick look at his pieces parts, so if you're wondering where his sculpt comes from, his upper torso and arms are from Beachhead. You probably recognize that there. Then his legs are Snake Eyes. That pattern there. And then his boots are from Destro. So he is complete reuse besides his face sculpt, because this is not Beachhead's face sculpt or mask. Like, this is different than Beachhead. So it's similar, but they reworked it. And then I want to say his hands are Snake Eyes as well. Then, of course, this bomb vest is completely new. Nobody's wearing this. So, you know, it's a lot of reuse, but it's reuse in the proper way. And since it's painted completely different and it's a completely different color plastic, it does not look like reuse, you know, when you first look at it. And really, to be honest, I'm okay with reuse as long as you don't make it obvious and you don't overuse it. So a couple of words on his actual look. So I'm gonna put some pictures up here of some of the old school, original, and or like the more modern interpretations of Firefly. And because a lot of people were, me included, I was wondering about, like, why does he have this huge bomb vest on? Like, since when does he wear that? Because, I'm thinking about the old cartoon and the old comic book. But come to find out, there was a figure that came out that had a very similar look to it, with a vest like this, and I'll put a picture of it over here. Had a vest like this, and that was Firefly. So for some people who got into, G.I. Joe later on, like in the 90s or something like that, this is the Firefly that this picture of this guy right here. So, the Firefly I remember, of course, is the one from the Sunbow series, and he did not have on any type of vest. And, there's room for, additions or different interpretations of characters. A lot of people don't like this vest. Unfortunately, if you want to take it off, and what I will do here is I will put up some pictures of, there's a guy on YouTube that did a review, and he was brave enough to take his Firefly apart and then take the vest off. Under the vest doesn't look so good. It's not painted in the camo. It is Beachhead's, chest or whatever, but there is no camo paint. It's very plain, and it's just not finished. It's undone. So Firefly without the vest doesn't look good unless you're going to do a whole lot of customizations. All right, let's take a look at accessories. All right, so accessories is an area in which Firefly shines, actually. It comes with a beautiful set of goggles that are very well sculpted, very well done. And they actually fit over his whole head. You can put them over his eyes, which I'll show you in a little bit. He's got a little bundle of dynamite here with a little timer on it. And it does have a slot here to peg into the backpack. He's got this kind of control device, and basically what it looks like is that maybe he would be using this to control the drone. Speaking of, he comes with this bomb drone that is articulated. The legs do move. The backpack that is very well detailed, got a little bit of silver accents on some of the tools and knives and things that he's going to be using. This hole is for this gun, which is a kind of, basically he must have got this from Destro. This looks like something Destro would make. It's not bad. And then you also have these two areas here. That's where you put the drone in. And then this inside of the backpack is where you put the little control device. So that's very good. Excellent, excellent accessories. All right, so now we got Firefly decked out with some of his accessories. He's got goggles on, his gun in his hand. I have attached the drone to the top of the backpack, and control device inside here, and the dynamite to the bottom. And that sticks into his back, and he's ready for action. And that looks good. That looks very good. All right, so let's have a look at how Firefly looks with the rest of the G.I. Joe classified line, how he compares size-wise and such. Here he is with Destro and the Baroness, and he's about tall as the Baroness, maybe a little bit, probably about the same height. Destro slightly taller. Here he is with the Cobra Trooper, also Cobra Island from the first Cobra Island wave, and then the Viper. Here he is with the Red Ninja and the Amazon exclusive Storm Shadow. We got him with a few enemies. Here we got Beachhead, and he has been customized a little bit. I took his vest off and gave him one of those vests from the Crazy Figures and chest harness. And then we got Scarlet here with the Black Widow head that looks much, much better. She also has some different weapons. All right, last comparison here. We have the Regal, which is very, very nice looking, by the way. The Regal Cobra Commander. And then the Fortnite Jazzwares. I think this guy's name is Havoc. This was many people's, including my stand-in for Firefly until we found out we were getting a Firefly. He was good for his time, and there are a couple of things I actually like a little bit better about him. I like the very black gloves and boots and kneecaps. So I don't know if I'm ready to start painting on my brand new figure, but I think I would like his boots and gloves to be all black. All right, real quick, one more thing I wanted to show. I was toying around with this earlier, and I seen that my Crossbones MCU head looks really good on this body. Like, that could be if you wanted your Firefly to be completely armored up because he was going into a huge battle where he needed full body armor, that would look real good. And it even has the mangled face under it to match up with his mangled face in the other one. So this is perfect for him. All right, so final thoughts just to wrap this up. There's a lot to be said about the G.I. Joe classified line, the poor distribution, the mishandling at Target, the lack of accessibility at retail stores, but you can't deny that when you get a group of them together, they look spectacular. Like, look at this. Look at this. That is an epic lineup of figures. And that's why everybody's in a tizzy about bad distribution and mishandling at stores, because we want these. They're cool as hell. But the toxicity that is forming around them because of mishandling at the upper levels is just killing the joy. Like, we should all be reveling in a golden age of G.I. Joe. But instead, most of the conversation is around how Target and Hasbro are screwing this up. As good as they do with designing the figures, they're equally as bad as getting them into our hands. So it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.